Hello and welcome once again to another bonus part. I can't remember when I recorded the first 3 bonus parts, but it's a few days later. My fan is annoying me so much right now. Probably got like dust trapped in it. It's like a mini plane about to take off. So, first order of business. Interludes. Why interludes? Because it's short and they get right to the point. There's no cutscene, is there? There might be. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Suicide, huh?
Oh, yeah, this is unskippable because she just gets up out of bed.
And you said, what was it? That lots of women's bodies washed up afterwards? I think there have been reports saying something like that before. Oh, well. I'll see what I can find out tomorrow.
It's so much clearer because I've actually turned the volume up, by 10 points more, like basically an additional half. It's like the volume is like at 30 when it's usually have it at 20 for this. It's like, screw it, let's have it a bit louder, why not? So the reason for this is a short interlude, and it's basically so you can do this and not this. This. Let's look at the ghosts now. Keep this in mind. There are some ghosts I'm gonna skip over because, well, for example, these ones right here. They're basically just the ending. Which one is that? I think this one's good ending and this one's bad ending. Basically just plays those cutscenes. And I don't want to, look at the bad ending ever again, so I'll just skip over these two ones. Because good end, bad end, whatever, we've seen that. We've seen all of these. But, I'm going to go through each clip, but there are exceptions. Like, for example, this ghost, this ghost, this ghost, this ghost, and this ghost all share the same video. So there's gonna be a few that get skipped over, and that would be the reason, because they're basically the same clip. Okay, let's start.
I'll be waiting for you. Always. I'll be here.
The first half of that felt like that would make for a good horror movie opening, You see this thing get lowered into the water. It's got this dark, ominous vibe to it. Your kind of eerie ambient soundtrack going on. And then, as it zooms in, you realize there's a person in there. The mystery of the film begins. That'd make for a good opening.
Forgive me.
Wait. If it switches to the bit where it's just like, at least now we know, then I'm skipping. Yeah, I'm skipping. It's like, why? Because, you know, there's some of these that I've, you know, seen more than once, you know, because you get that scene from, you know, glancing Ahsoka, and I think in the last drop where you reach out to her to gaze into her memories. I feel like that scene has played at least twice in this Let's Play, so this is only exclusive to only ones that we've seen once and never again. Those are the only ones we're going to play in for, such as this one. Wait a minute. You're all so generic, but then so am I. Kind of weird, you know. All these ghosts get just jumbled together like that. But looking at him, I'm like, so could he be this guy or this guy? I don't think he's this guy, because he looks like he's wearing a uniform, like maybe a school uniform. You know, actually, one of the many screenshots I took, that one I mentioned in a previous bonus part, that I had basically these 5 ghosts that all share the same video, which is why I'm not gonna, you know, play that again because it's the same one. Had them across the by that station on the opposite side, and I just had them stand together. And in my head, I saw it like this: this girl, this woman, and this guy are a couple. I'm only saying that because she seems to be wearing a school uniform, and I assume he's wearing a school uniform, so maybe they're a couple. As for the other ones, well, who knows? Either this guy or this guy might have been the guy that got killed by the ghost, or maybe he's not even amongst them. And I remember reading the lore or something for some of these ghosts. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but some of these ghosts actually might just be made up of multiple ghosts that have, you know, died on the mountain or some shit like that. Anyways, this douchebag.
I will glance into your soul. Show me. Show me your mind.
Now, can we go back? The way you said that, just do that again. The accent.
I will glance into your soul.
Is that a bit Irish or Scottish?
Show me. Show me your mind. Your sins. Your secrets.
Now, come to think of it, actually, maybe Welsh.
Everything.
Stop this! Don't look at me! Don't look!
So was this before or after he killed him?
She's seen all. It's all right. I'm
On fire. You know, I don't think I actually, you know, went through this scene in English. Some of these we've seen in Japanese, you know, because I just happened to glance them for the first time while playing with the Japanese voice acting on. Some of these might be slightly different as a result. The Shit Keepers. know what he has written on his face. Apparently these guys are blind. It all makes sense. They must have also been deaf as well, clearly. Did he chop up their heads? Or they just kind of lunched over? Now this one is weird. This ghost is a mystery to me. You know, for a few reasons. One is like, who the hell is this guy? Is he just the guy who carries around reliquaries? He's like, you know, okay, you're the delivery guy, okay? Deliver this reliquary over here. Go now. And in photo modes, you know, when you defeat him in battle, well, when you fight him in battle, you hit him with a fatal frame and shot chance. His face just full on blows into the air. His hair, his face gets replaced with a different face, which I assume is his real face. Doesn't appear like that in photo mode for whatever reason. Strange. Plus, the scene we're about to see just leaves it more mysterious. It doesn't give any general idea as to who the hell this guy is. But then again, you could probably say that for, you know, these characters as well, but, you know, even more strange for this one. It's the... Well, now I know what area that is. That's the final boss area.
My body lost to the depths of the black water.
Come again, sir? Something about black water? Couldn't quite understand what you're saying, mate. Maybe I'll translate for you know, in editing. It'll be a pain in the ass. It's just like, whenever I'm unsure of what a character is saying, like, I'm gonna go over the character in a force thing, you know, after this. And whenever I could, you know, try to figure out what they're saying, I would have the headphones on, volume all the way up, and I would still have trouble making out what they're saying. And then I would, you know, write it out in text, have it appear on the screen. Maybe I'll do that with this guy. See what the context is and whether it adds any, you know, suggestion as to who the hell he was and why he ended up wherever. This guy's death is ridiculous. It's Silent Hill! Cheryl? Oh gosh! Come to think of it, was Forbidden Siren made by someone who worked on Silent Hill? Or maybe it was Resident Evil, right? Because, you know, this area gives me very Forbidden Siren vibes. And he just got killed by his own car. It's like Forbidden Siren mixed with Silent Hill mixed with that one Stephen King novel. I've never read it, but the one about to kill a car. This one's weird. It shows that they all look alike. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You know, monks, for example, they all have the bald head and stuff, you know? It's the same applies here with the Shrine Maidens. It's kind of eerie. You know what it is? These clips are like something you'd see in The Ring or something, isn't it? It's just weirdly shot and dark and black and white, eerie. And you can't quite make much sense as to what the hell you're looking at. I mean, I'm going to guess what happened to them. They all gathered around and were like, okay, we must, you know, prevent the black water from, you know, passing through us. And it, you know, killed them. Because, you know, when the black water overflew, There's nothing they could really do about it, but just stand there like idiots, waiting to die.
There is no escape. I've seen into your souls, and now it is time to end this. This is the fate that awaits all who come to the mountain.
Maybe I'll try transcribing that one too. I mean, that's a very creepy one as well. She was going at him with determination. Although, judging by the fact that she was clearly a ghost at that point, shows that was after he killed her. So, she's back for revenge. I assume what probably happened is, we saw in, his name is Kyoto Kururugi. We saw him, the Shrine Maiden was right in front of him. So what if that was, after he killed them, and they were trying to, get back at him? He's like, no, you will die now, and he was able to avoid it, ran off, maybe killed the Flame Keepers after that or before that, and eventually, got to that spot by that kind of Torii Gate thing. I'm not sure if it was Torii Gate. But, go up, then he's like, no, I will not give you the satisfaction of looking into my soul. So he took his own life right on the spot there instead. Now the thing is, I don't know which one's the difference. Yeah, this one's the same, isn't it?
There is no escape.
Like, what's even the point? I wonder if there's... because they're basically the same. It's like going back to the lore thing that I remember reading about. These ghosts apparently are kind of like, they're a combination of ghosts, but they're all kind of the same at the same time, if that makes any sense, which it doesn't. But they've got different names, but, Mikomori actually means something like Maiden of the Forest or something like that. Which makes sense, they're all Maidens of the Forest, but you could say the same for, Guardian right here. We clearly see multiple of them in that scene. So, it's just a case of, okay, we all have to look alike,
I will glance into your soul. Nobody dies alone. I shall follow you into the next life one day, and I shall take your final thoughts, your feelings with me. All is connected by water. The soul dissolves, and it too returns to the water.
She's got to be the voice actress for... obviously, she's the voice actress for that Shrine Maiden there. But it's like... I remember one of the clips I recorded, to get characters in the forts. I was trying to do that with the enemy, the enemy ghost as well. And her voice is like, nothing. And it sounds a lot like her, so it's probably the same voice actress. This one I think might be the same one. Wait, actually, back up. It's got a different tone though. Maybe it's different. It's in black and white. Yeah, this one's different. It's a madman! Damn, he must put some force onto that sword. So there are like 3 or 4 main Shrine Maidens there? Jesus Christ, it's brutality. He just slammed his sword down on him. Oh! Guess he was being pretty thorough with that.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me, you damn shrine maidens. And this one looks like the same as the one we just saw. As does this one. So we check. If they turn around and that guy's running on them, then it's basically the same one. Which I'm pretty sure it is. Hello! Bitch! You know what it is? That reminds me of just that scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail where John Cleese's character just charges in and starts killing everyone. And then I realized at the end of it, it's like, those were wedding guests? You just killed a bunch of innocent people. I think this one is the same one for both of the old ladies. It's taking longer than I thought.
Black water! Stop us flying!
You know what? That building, you know, the Shrine of the Water from that angle reminds me a lot of the first game. Even though I only played it the one time. It has that similar kind of architecture. Well, I suppose they all do. You know, ancient, old Japanese buildings. Very tempted to, you know, play the PS2 games. It's just the idea of setting up my PS2 is a pain in the ass. Because, you know, the PS2, you plug the cables into the side TV, right? Unfortunately, the side of the TV where that, you know, point is basically right up next to the freaking wall. If it was on the opposite side, it'd be a piece of piss, easy, just insert them. But because it's on the other side where there's no room to get at it, and you'd probably have to lift the TV up off the wall a little bit just to freaking get at it, I'm like, yeah, fuck that shit. Pretty sure this one's the same. But, you know, let's just confirm. Did anyone want a calamity? I did not want a calamity! Is it the same? It's looking the same. I find it weird how it's the, you know, wedding servant of the other one. We didn't see the one that's dressed in white though, we only saw the one that was dressed in black. I guess the one in white must have been swept away. Twisted Guardian. Now this one had a crappy deal because they're clearly going against it. But it's the worst ghost to fight, so yeah. I have some sympathy for this one because they clearly did not go willingly, but on the other hand, they're one of the worst ghosts to fight because they're so annoying with their attacks. It's like, I get a nice little stretch.
I can still see it. That beautiful sunset on the day that only the two of us survived.
Shiny! Oh wait, is this gonna lead to her making loads of moaning sounds? Oh god, it is. Let's just say, yeah, she got screwed after that point. It's like, with how loud my TV is on, it'd be like, you watching porn in there? Because the moaning in the voice acting is just so excessive. Besides, we've already seen Haruka's scene at least maybe once or twice, and it's part of the plot, you know? Steven Tyler. Well, that sucks. Those cold eyes. What, is she hanging 3 times? 4 times? She's stuck in a loop? I mean, they probably all are. It probably is some kind of bullshit like that. I was gonna make a joke, and I'll make the joke anyway, even though it's kind of in poor taste for that, you know. Because when she's like lifting, you know, the veil covering her eyes, just each time I see that, it just makes me think of Persona 5, where they remove the mask to use their persona, and it's just like, you know, she's gonna be like Persona and summons a persona of the Hanged Man Arcana. Yeah. Speaking of Hanged Man. I remember this ghost being a pain in the ass to get, because it doesn't appear really anywhere outside of the inn area. It's Steven Tyler. So, lady gets hanged by Shrine Maiden. Well, forced to hang themselves by Shrine Maiden. And then hanged lady is like, hey, you wanna come hang out? And he's like, this is really inappropriate jokes. Stop it. This is the one that has the screwed up face. You know, I've noticed these are back to back, right? The next clip and this clip are going to be connected in a similar fashion to how the previous two were. You know, how come we never see you without the veil? I mean, there's like one version of Shrine Maidens that doesn't have the veil on, but she didn't look like that. She had like a bit of blood dripping down her lip. So, I don't know. Well, actually, there was another Shrine Maiden that didn't have the veil. She kind of actually looked a bit like this ghost, you know, except without the fucked up face, as we're gonna see in this one, because she's going to be, you know, like, well, you know, I mean, maybe that's what it is, you know, they get killed by the Shrine Maiden, and then they become a pawn, and, you know, have to take other people down with, as we're about to see. I wonder if it's intentional. I mean, look at this. She falls, and when you fight her, she's like, my beautiful face. And she's like, you have a beautiful face. Allow me to do something about that. If I can't be beautiful, nobody can. Did she outright push her? At least the hanged lady didn't actually, you know, kill the guy. She just happened to be in the area to say, Yeah, sucks, doesn't it? The ghost that vaguely looks like Fuhi, but isn't Fuhi. I kept getting them mixed up, but they're different ghosts. Persona. Of the Priestess Arcana this time. And Fuhi herself. Now I might go back and let the Ahsoka one play, you know, just for completion's sake, since we are going through story-related ones again anyway. It's just the Orsay ones I won't do, because those are basically just the endings of the game. He's resisting, but then... Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Hey, it really is. It's back to back. Haruka! It was a trick. Unless Haruka was actually just happening to be standing there. But then you'd have to question how they, you know, because they were Haruka, when we save her, she's like, "Where's Fuhi?" It's like, well, if you were at the scene of the crime, you know what happened to her. This Karika Raisin woman killed her. It's back to back with these ghosts, like. So you get killed by Shrine Maiden. You, I'm not sure if you actually killed this guy, but you were there at the scene of the crime. You died by a Shrine Maiden. Well, actually, was there even a Shrine Maiden there, or did she just fall? Might have been a Shrine Maiden there. And then you kill her. Then you get killed by a Shrine Maiden. And then you kill her. Just a bunch of douchebags. Before we get to Cage, we just go back and do those.
Forgive me.
It's taking way longer than I had anticipated. There's gonna be 2 bonus parts here. At the very least. Because, you know, character inner fort stuff. And all those screenshots, you know. I can't even remember how many. Definitely over 100s. Maybe even 200s. Maybe even 300s. I don't know. We'll see when we get to that.
I see. So she's... That's good then. It's hard to explain. I'm sad that she's gone, of course. But I feel relieved. She's been missing for so long. The worst part was not knowing. I just needed to know what happened to her, no matter what. Thank you.
For context, there was a girl that Ahsoka was tasked with finding. She found her, but then she left off the cliff. She wasn't able to save her. And that's probably why she's so adamant about, you know, protecting Yuri. Because, you know, in the bad ends, Yuri basically ends up in the same situation. I mean, that's how she came across Yuri, wasn't it? That's how they got to know each other. Yuri was, you know, about to take that jump. Ahsoka stops her, and he's like, "Nah." It's just like, you got more to live for and all that. It's just like, come live with me for a while, and, you know, see how you feel after that, you know? Just like, don't do this to yourself. And then Ahsoka made the weird option of, it's like, oh, you know, we could die together or whatever. I think she said something along those lines where it's like, Ahsoka, that's not something you should really, you know, suggest. Especially considering the theme of the game is just a bunch of characters that end up in that predicament and end up dead. You know, like in the case of Haruka and Fuhi, you know? They ended up in that situation. They, you know, we're all going to die together with their friends, but they survived. And then eventually they were gonna, you know, do that again, but just two of them. We'll get even more context on that with the character inner thoughts. But, you know. No, screw it. I'm going to actually go through this one again. Because I didn't let it all play, it's just when we get to the point where there's going to be a lot of moaning, I'm turning the freaking volume down. Because it is loud.
On the day that only the two of us survived.
Get ready for the volume. See how loud it is at 10 instead of 30. Okay, it didn't last that long then. Volume. Back to... Come on, volume. Yep. Yeah. Take it away, KG.
I made it. At last.
Why do you sound like... What they call the Dunmer in Elder Scrolls? Who knows? Maybe it's the same voice actor. You never know.
I must hurry.
That'd be hilarious if it is, though.
You came for me. Will you end yourself with me? After all this time.
You know, it really is like The Ring, isn't it? We don't see what happens to him, we just see the implications. Because here it gets it a bit more rough. We see, you know, how it plays out for him. It's like, I'm a main character, right? That means I can't die, right? Oh. Well, so much for him. He didn't really get much of a role, did he? It's like, hey, this is Ren's friend. He's just a character that exists, so he will die. Kind of a nothing character, really.
This one here is to be bound as well.
Sucks to be him.
I'm not like the others. I cannot die. But at last, I feel the end coming. I'm so glad that you came. I really am. I got to see you one last time. Now. I want you to forget me. Forget all about me. I want to see something beautiful before I go.
You know what? Screw it. I will show the also ones as well. but I will do it in order of, bad to good. I'm not sure if he actually does play out the whole ending. I never let the whole clip play out, so who knows. I'll do those as well. Now these three share the same one, same scene. The weird old-timey look to it really adds to the atmosphere, doesn't it? This does remind me of, what was that game? It's a Pathologic, or was it someone else? I can't remember what it's called. It was an old kind of horror-ish game. East European, I can't remember.
Be quiet, guys. I'm supposed to be dead.
What's with the eerie soundtrack? I wonder the implications here are that they've been led to their deaths. The puppets don't have, backstories because, well, they're just dolls. This ghost is definitely one I feel the most bad for. Well, maybe not. Well, yeah, this is the one ghost in the entire game. The only times you encounter this ghost, she just kind of stands there or sits there. She never attacks or anything. She is the friendliest of friendly ghosts. Which means she's the only friendly ghost, because every other ghost, attacks you at some points. And look at this. These assholes on this mountain don't appreciate a good-natured person. Just look how this plays out.
Comes alive when it rains. It even wakes the spirits of the dead. There isn't much I can do. I can only pray the rain brings them solace, that they become one with the rain, with the water.
That's like some Final Destination shit right there. Why did she even leave the umbrella there? To shield the flowers? I mean, it's pouring down with rain. Keep the umbrella, man. Tall woman doesn't have a backstory. Okay, so let's do the RCA tainted one first. Unless maybe they're the same scene. Probably doesn't play the ending. Like a 40 did.
I too must leave. I am a pillar. I must fall through the black water. Forever. That is my duty.
It's like, holy shit, she's watching the clips we just watched. Except she has it in a different filter that we saw. Possible.
I am dying over and over, forever, alone.
Yeah, it does look like it's basically playing bad.
I'm alone.
Yeah, it's straight up just playing the ending.
You are not alone.
Oh wait, no, it cuts off before it gets to that, I guess. Probably the same with this one. This is the good end version.
He left the mountain. I too must leave. I am a pillar. I must fall through the black water. Forever. That is my duty.
Notice something? It's basically the same scene playing out here, different filter. So you got the ominous kind of sepia kind of tone to it, instead of just black and white. Although now it's gone to black and white. But it didn't start in black and white. You went on a killing spree! Heads rolled! I mean, he had nothing to do with quite a few of these deaths, honestly. He was just responsible for the flame keepers and the shrine deaths. Oh shit, that's not supposed to happen. Oh, my clothes are wet now.
I will keep falling down. My heart is filled with those final moments. I am dying over and over, forever, alone. Someone, please, accept me.
Guess this one's a bit longer, I guess. It's not gonna play out the whole ending, surely not. Probably just gonna lead to the bit where she's like, your glance has saved my soul, I will go to the water, blah blah blah, and it's a happy end. God, this is a long video.
Those words were too powerful for me. They were a curse.
Oh, you don't get the bit at the end where she says, but you know, your glance has saved my soul, I'm so glad it was you, and she returns to the water, and Yuri gets out of there alive, so it's on the beach, she calls out her name, she turns around, tear, one single tear goes down the eye, and then a smile, credits roll. So yeah, that's gonna do for this additional bonus part. And I wasn't expecting it to take that long just to get through those clips. I was originally gonna, go for those clips and play through the rest of the interlude. Just play through the whole thing because how short it is. But that just took forever. I wasn't expecting it to take that long to go through every one of those clips. I should have known better. I should have known better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to basically just play through the rest of this just for the hell of it, the interlude here, and then the next bonus part will start with the clips that I recorded when I off-screen played through the game again when I got the characters in the forts. It's like some of them go on longer even though they repeat, and the reason for that is because I couldn't hear what they were saying at the time, so I just kind of guessed that maybe because it has been proven to happen with some characters, they get more than one inner fort, but sometimes that's not the case. I think that happens with Yuri, which is weird because you'd expect her to have a few inner fort kind of things, but not really. She just has the one, and it's basically just word for word that sort of flashback where Miyu peers into Yuri's memory, because Yuri was peering into Miyu's memory and Miyu didn't like that, so it's like, but taste your own medicine and don't do that again. Do all that and the screenshots in the next parts. By the way, before I wrap up this bonus part here, I think this will be the last bonus part or part in general of this Let's Play that'll be uploaded before September rolls around. And I'm saying this because I'm thinking probably from September 1st I'm probably going to put up a poll to decide which horror game to start Let's Playing in October this year. It's like currently ones I've got in mind are basically just a rehash of last year's ones. And I'm going to have Resident Evil 2 remake on there. There's going to be Resident Evil the original one on PS1 because I never actually got around to playing that because I ended up playing the remake instead. What else? Project Zero 4 because that's finally been ported to countries outside Japan. So now we can finally play that game legitimately. So that'd be nice to play. So is that it's free. Forward, I'm probably going to put Silent Hill Downpour on the list again, just, because Silent Hill, why not? It's the one... Well, I haven't played Origins either, but that's a PSP game, if I'm going to play one of the Silent Hill games I haven't played, I at least want to, be able to use the capture card, And finally, Mundun, which is, what would it be? A Swiss kind of horror game. It's set in the Swiss mountains, has this unique hand-drawn art style. It's kind of a weird game, but I feel like, you got basically the mainstream games and then you get like an indie game mixed in right at the end. It's like, gotta have one entry for that, So those will probably be the games that will be on the poll. So anyways, that'll do for this bonus part. I'm going to, finish the rest of this and then get on to the next bonus part. I know I'm gonna do a Call Me Kevin here. It's just like, except without his outro music. I was gonna do, if you watch Call Me Kevin, he always does that thing. It's like, bye for now. It zooms in on something in the video. I gotta do that, except not in his fashion. I'll just have it zoomed in on Yuri's face. As I say, see you next time, dudes. See you next time.